Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, the 10 Minute Tutor. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, because we will be uploading videos every week on topics of physics, chemistry and biology. And also, if you guys have any request on particular topics, please write that in the comment section below and we will do our best to make a videos on that topic. Without any further delay, let's get right into today's topic, which is all on basic overview of DNA. The full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. And the reason I wrote this R in caps is because we have another similar structure known as RNA. RNA and DNA are pretty similar. The only difference is RNA does not have this deoxy part. So RNA is only ribonucleic acid, okay? So basically DNA does not have that one oxygen that RNA does. But this video is not about the difference between DNA and RNA, so I will be talking mostly about DNA and the structure of DNA. So DNA has 4 bases, okay? DNA has 4 bases, and they're known as A, T, C, G. They have a name. It's called adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. You don't really need to know the name as long as you recognize the letters. I think that should be enough for most of the courses. The building blocks of DNA is a deoxyribonucleoside 5' triphosphate. So it's it's a complicated name. Building block is deoxyribonucleoside 5' triphosphate. Let me just tell you the secret behind the name. So we have this D part right here, we have this N part right here, and we have this P part right here. And if you write that in short form, D, N, T, P, actually T also, triphosphate. So DNTP, and these N, the nucleoside, are basically one of these bases, A, T, C, or G. A and G are also known as purine, and C and T are also known as pyrimidine. Okay. And whenever we do the base pairing is always A to T and C to G. Okay. And there's a mnemonics for this, not mnemonics. The way to remember it is like apple goes with tree and car goes with garage, if that helps you remember. Okay, so that's the basic overview of the bases and DNA. Let me write the bases. A with T and C with G. Okay, so we have this one phosphate, another phosphate, and another phosphate that is attached to this OCH2 group, which is attached to this sugar, and this, then you have this OH group attached right here, and we count the carbon from here. So this is carbon 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is the 5th carbon. So that's why we call 5' phosphate, because it's attached to the 5th carbon. And then we call 3' hydroxyl group. We can say we have 2' deoxyribose. Now this D tells you this is missing one oxygen right here in the 2'. That's why it's called 2' deoxyribose. And this guy right here, you could have either A, T, C, or G. Not all of them, either one of the 4. Okay, and that's the basis. This whole thing is called deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate. Or you can also call simply deoxynucleotide. Okay, either of them is fine. Depending on which base you have, this name could be different. So for example, if you have adenine there, then the name would be deoxyadenosine triphosphate, also known as ATP. Okay, that's how the nomenclature is done. Now let's go and look at the structure of DNA attaching to one another. Okay, so we have this fast. I'm just gonna draw a basic frame structure, not a detailed structure. So this is a phosphate group. I'm just gonna draw one phosphate instead of 3 phosphate, and we have this sugar, and we have this OH group right here, and this is one base, and we have this bond right here, again another phosphate attached to that, and then we have sugar with OH and base right there. Let's do one more. We have this bond again attached, and phosphate, and let's draw the sugar. Again, this is really general structure. I'm not doing any details right here. I just want to show you the general structure of DNA attaching to another DNA. Now, something to note here, we have this 5' structure right here, 5' phosphate. So this is the 5', okay, and then we have this 3' hydroxyl group. So this is 3' to 5' going in that direction. Okay, it's going from bottom to up. Let's put the bases. Let's put A here, let's put C here, and let's put G here. DNA is a double-stranded structure. So let's draw another structure of DNA, another strand of DNA. So we have this OH group right here, and we have phosphate attached. Okay, and then one of the bases. Again, we have this bonding, another OH. Right there, and we have another bonding. OH. And this one is going from, so we have at the top we have a 3' hydroxyl group, and at the bottom we have a 5' phosphate group, right? So this one is actually going from 3' to 5'. If you remember in the beginning of the video, I said A bonds with T and C bonds with G. So since we have an A here, this has to have T, and this structure has to have G, and this structure has to have C, and then we have this bonding that goes between them. And this bonding, this is a specific bond that happens there, and they're known as hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. Okay, and between A and T we have 2 hydrogen bonds, 2 H bonds. Between C and G, 3 H bonds, and between G and C we have 3 H bonds. So A and T has 2 hydrogen bonds, 2 H bond. C and G has 3 H bond, 3 H bond. Okay, 3 hydrogen bonds. This bonding right here with different color, and this is the specific bond. It's the name of this bond is phosphodiester bond. So this bond is phosphodiester bond. Okay, that's the name of the bond. So that's the bond between 3' OH to 5' phosphate. Just to summarize the structure of DNA, we have this DNA, as we can see, this is a double-stranded. One is going from 3' at the bottom to 5' at the top, and one is from 3' at the top to 5' at the bottom. So we have a special name for this one. It's called anti-parallel. Okay, because the DNA is double stranded, it's called double helix. And because these strands are drawn in such a way that A always attaches with T and C always attaches with G, they're given a special name. It's called complementary. They complement one another. Complementary. Okay, so these are three features or facts about DNA. Important facts. All right, just to summarize, remember the phosphate group is attached at the 5th carbon, and the hydroxyl group is attached at the 3rd carbon. So that's why this name of 5' to 3' or 3' to 5' comes.